She arrives at 9 p.m. after everyone else has gone home. 41 floors of glass and steel, empty except for her cart, her keys, and the hum of the elevator taking her up one floor at a time. She's cleaned this building for 11 years. She knows which offices leave the lights on out of habit and which ones leave them on out of forgetting. She knows the CEO's floor smells like cedar and old coffee. Nobody up there knows her name. On the rare occasion someone does look up, they call her ma'am and nothing else. 9 years ago. A friend who worked in IT on the 14th floor told her something over a shared elevator ride. The company was about to go public. He didn't explain what that meant, not really. He just said, if you've got a little saved, now might be the time. She had $2,300 saved. She put in $1,800 of it, terrified the whole drive home. She kept emptying the same trash cans the next morning like nothing happened. Because as far as anyone in that building could tell, nothing had. The IPO happened. The stock doubled in 6 months, then doubled again. She didn't sell. Her friend told her not to, and she trusted him more than she trusted herself with numbers like that. She kept vacuuming the 14th floor every night. Kept refilling the 40th floor's soap dispensers. Kept taking the same bus home at 5 a.m. Her daughter, in college on financial aid, has no idea her mother's brokerage account has quietly crossed 6 figures. Her son thinks she's still just getting by. She lets them think it. It's easier than explaining a number that doesn't match the uniform she wears. By year 5. She's crossed $600,000. She remembers exactly where she was. Mopping the executive kitchen on the 40th floor, phone buzzing in her apron pocket. She looks at it, puts it back, and finishes the floor before the shift ends. Executives walk past her every night without seeing her. Not cruelly, just completely. She's part of the building the way the elevators are part of the building. A new junior manager, 26, once asked her to hurry it up while he waited for the elevator, not realizing she owns more of the company by percentage than he'll ever hold in stock options over a full career. She's crossed $2 million by year 7. She tells exactly one person, her sister, over the phone, late at night, in a conversation neither of them planned to have. Her sister goes quiet, then asks, "Do they know? At the building?" She says no. Her sister says, "Keep it that way." In year 9, the company announces layoffs across support staff, janitorial, security, cafeteria. The cleaning contract is being restructured to cut costs. A decision made 3 floors above where she's ever been allowed to walk. 43 people, most of whom she's worked beside for years, are told their jobs end in 60 days. She sits in her car in the parking garage after hearing the news, doing math that has nothing to do with what the memo said. She knows, almost to the dollar, that her shares alone are worth more than the entire janitorial budget the company is trying to cut. She doesn't sleep for 3 nights. Not because of the money was never the hard part. The hard part is what it means to stop being invisible on purpose. After 9 years of choosing it, she calls the number on her last shareholder statement, the one she's never used, and asks, for the first time in her life, to speak to someone in investor relations. She states her name. There's a long pause on the other end, the kind that means someone is checking a screen twice. 2 weeks later, she sits in a boardroom she has cleaned more nights than she can count. In a chair she has never once been permitted to sit in during business hours. The same executives who've never learned her name now listen as she asks, plainly, why the people scrubbing their floors at the first line item cut. While stock buybacks were approved the same quarter, nobody claps. Nobody apologizes out loud. But 3 weeks later, the layoffs are scaled back to 12 positions instead of 43, with severance extended for everyone let go. The company never issues a statement about why. Only 2 people in that boardroom know the reason, and one of them cleans the room every night at 9 p.m. Exactly as she always has. She's back on the 40th floor the following Monday. Cartwheels squeaking down the same hallway, refilling the same soap dispensers. A new hire on the executive floor holds the elevator for her without being asked. It's a small thing. She doesn't mention why it happened. She never will. She didn't buy those shares to be somebody. She bought them so that one Tuesday, in a room she was never meant to sit in, a decision made 3 floors above her could finally hear a voice from the floor she actually stands on. That Tuesday came. Nobody clapped. She just finished her shift and caught the 5 a.m. bus home.